the unbeatable opponent. It was the year 627 AD during the Battle of the Trench, Khandaq. The Muslims were under siege in Medina, surrounded by a massive Confederate army. The tension was palpable. Among the enemy ranks was a warrior named Amr ibn Abd Wud. Amr was a giant of a man, feared throughout Arabia. It was said he was worth 1,000 horsemen. He was heavily armored, experienced, and seemingly invincible. Amr managed to jump his horse across the trench the Muslims had dug. He paced back and forth, mocking the Muslims and demanding a duel. "Is there no one among you who wishes to go to paradise?" he shouted. "Where are your brave men? The volunteer." The Muslim army was silent. Facing Amr seemed like a death sentence. However, a young man stood up immediately. It was Ali ibn Abi Talib. He asked the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam for permission to fight. Concerned for Ali's safety against such a veteran, the Prophet told him to sit. Amr taunted them again. Again, Ali stood up. Finally, the Prophet gave Ali his own sword, Zulfiqar, and tied a turban on his head. He prayed for him and sent him forth. The duel. The fight was intense. Dust rose around them, so thick that the armies on both sides lost sight of the two warriors. The clashing of swords rang out across the valley. Suddenly, a cry of Allahu Akbar, "God is the greatest," roared from the dust cloud. The dust settled, and the soldiers saw Ali standing over the fallen giant, Amr. Ali had disarmed him and pinned him to the ground. Victory was just a second away. The unexpected pause. Just as Ali raised the sword to deliver the final blow, Amr, in a fit of rage and humiliation, spat in Ali's face. The onlookers gasped. This was the ultimate insult. They expected Ali to strike him down immediately in fury. Instead, Ali did something shocking. He lowered his sword. He stepped back, released his hold on Amr, and walked a few paces away. He sheathed his blade and stood calmly. Amr was confused. "Why do you not kill me?" he asked. "I am defeated, and I just insulted you." The lesson on intention. Ali wiped his face and looked at his opponent. "Moments ago," Ali explained, "I was fighting you for the sake of God and the defense of my people. My intention was pure, but when you spat in my face, I became angry. My ego was hurt. If I had killed you then, I would have done it out of personal anger and revenge, not for the cause of justice. I would have been a murderer, not a warrior of God." Ali waited until his anger subsided and his intention was purified once again. Only then did he finish the duel. Why this story matters. This narrative is often cited as the perfect example of chivalry, futua, and sincerity, ikhlas. Mastery over self. It illustrates that true strength is not just physical power, but the ability to control one's emotions in the heat of battle. Purity of action. It teaches that why we do something is just as important as what we do. Even a righteous act can be tarnished if the intention behind it is personal ego or rage.